Welcome to the eBusiness Boss YouTube channel. For any of you that haven't been here before, my name's Nick and I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller. Today's video is going to run you through Amazon FBA, the process. So if you want to start your own Amazon business, if you've got your own Amazon business and you just want some tips and advice on how you can scale things up or get things started, this video is just going to give you a clear overview of the process of what we do and just some key things for you to think about. If you're sort of thinking about starting up your own business, this is going to be really, really helpful. So, like I say, we've been full-time selling on Amazon for a few years now, and you just learned so much along the way, and that's why we set up this channel. Let's jump straight into this video. I want to keep this short and snappy and to the point. So, if you're starting an Amazon FBA business, where do you start? You're going to need to find a product to sell. The product is going to need to have demand, so you have to excuse my handwriting. Yeah, it could be better. Also, if you hear any noises throughout this video, it's just because I'm recording this in a fully functioning warehouse. Yeah, so apologies for any annoying noises. So first things first, find a product with demand. And I've got some checks to think about when you're actually looking for this product. So a lot of people either jump onto Alibaba or look at Amazon and just think, yeah, I'm going to sell this product. And they get really romantic about it. They think, oh yeah, this product's going to be so great. Why is it going to be great? What is it about that product that's going to be great? Have you looked at all of the affecting factors that are going to basically determine your success or your failure on Amazon? And every product that you want to sell has to go through this process. So, some things to think about. First of all, competition. So, look at the top 3 sellers. See how they're sitting. What do their listings look like? Do they look like a seasoned Amazon seller? Do they have 6 images, all with purpose? Are they really well sort of placed images? Is the marketing message clear? Do they look like they know what they're doing? The review rating. This is an important point because if the reviews are past a certain number, it's going to be very difficult for you to compete unless you've got a very sort of advanced, specific marketing strategy, which we will go on to talk about. So look for a product with maybe less than 200 reviews. There's so much opportunity out there on Amazon, whether you're selling on .com, .co.uk, .de, .es, wherever you are, Canada, Mexico, there are opportunities. You just need to know where to look. I have done another video, which I'll drop a button here where you can watch it, about how you can find a product to sell, some of the tools we use to help speed up the process. So yeah, make sure it's not too competitive because it's going to be very expensive for you to get up there and launch and compete. So think about that. That's first and foremost. Don't go too hard for your first product because you're going to make life quite difficult for yourself. Next thing, you need to look at the levels of profit. So to the penny, to the cent, you need to know exactly how much profit you're going to be making on every item you sell. So get your item, put it into Amazon's FBA fee calculator. If you're thinking about selling a brand new product, obviously you're not going to have your own ASIN live on Amazon, in which case you'll have to go and get one of your competitors' products, put that ASIN into the Amazon FBA fee calculator and work out what Amazon's associated costs are going to be. So if you are planning on building an Amazon FBA business, the cost will be different to if you are sort of fulfilled by merchant. So there are 2 sides of the calculator to work that out. Find out all your costs, find out any associated taxes, and get a real idea of how much profit you can actually be making on every unit you sell. Next up, patents. So this can be a little tricky to navigate, but you need to be fairly confident that you're not infringing on anyone's intellectual property. I'll do another video on this to help you guys out, but basically the main rules I sort of go by is there only one seller of the product? If there is, that's a red flag. Have a look at the actual seller's website. If they have got a unique feature or a unique product that's patented, the chances are they're going to talk about the fact they have a patent on their website. You can also head over to Google Patents. You can set filters there, search your marketplace, put your keywords in, and try and see if there's any patents. You can also, on Google Patents, I think, search by the inventor's name. So it just requires a bit of digging. But generally speaking, if there's a few different private label sellers selling the product, it could well be safe to sell, but do your research first. Then you might end up with something like this. So this was actually the product that we first started selling on Amazon. We don't sell it anymore, hence me showing you it. But yeah, it was a great seller. We did have sort of complaints about it leaking, so we decided maybe this wasn't one for the long term. But we learned so much by selling it. And it's just a fruit infuser water bottle. You can put fruit inside there, fill it up with water, take it wherever you want. Fruit infused water, very nice. So yeah, that's a product that we found. It was selling really well on Amazon.co.uk, and then we went on to Alibaba to look for a suitable supplier. So that in a nutshell is what you'll be doing when you actually find a product you want to sell. So go through those checks. Next, it's very important, finding a good supplier might well determine whether your product's a success or not. The product needs to be of good quality. Before you jump into a huge order a sample. So create your packaging, send it to the supplier, have them make up a final sample of your product. This product is going to be exactly what your customers are going to receive. So that's very important. There are a few other things to think about. I'm going to leave another sort of link to another video that one of the other co-founders of eBusiness Boss has done, teaching you exactly how you can find a good supplier on Alibaba. So there are key filters, there are key things to think about. He does most of our sort of supplier liaison stuff, so yeah, he's the expert in that field. He runs you through it, and it's a screen recording as well, so it's really useful. If you're struggling or you want to find better suppliers, check out that video. I'm sure you won't regret it. Yeah, certification is a huge point. A lot of people don't bother, and you might get away with it, you might be fine. I'm sure there are people making plenty of money that don't worry about certification. But if Amazon's safety department choose to inspect your ASIN, or there's a problem and your customer wants proof that you've certified and you've made sure that product's safe, well, your whole business is going to be at risk. So you can work as hard as you want. What good is it if suddenly your business is just taken away from you? So yeah, we use a certification partner. What we do is we ask the supplier to send us the relevant certificates and testing reports along with that product. We'll send it to our certification partner. If any of you guys want that sort of contact, let me know in the comments below, and we can pass on that contact, no problem at all. Basically, we need to know that the product that we're planning on selling and the factory that's producing it for us have tested the product and made sure that everything's safe and it's ready to market in the particular marketplace you want to sell it. The requirements in Europe are very different to the US, so dependent on your marketplace, you're going to need a trail of documents to make sure that product's safe. Don't skimp on that part, or you might be in trouble. Total costs. So before you get too excited, make sure you understand how much it's going to cost to actually, for them to create the product in your own OEM packaging, your own everything you want, any additional features, but also account for the cost of actually shipping it. We ship directly into Amazon. I'm going to make another video to explain exactly how you can do that. It is quite complicated, not my area of expertise. So another one of the founders, Ed, is going to run you through that in another video. Make sure you know all your costs. Capability. Is your supplier capable? Have they been around long enough? Can they produce the amount of units you're asking them to produce? Or on the other side of things, are they too big? Are they not going to be interested in you as a smaller seller? Again, watch the Finding a Good Supplier on Alibaba video, because it shows you key things to think about there. So you found your product. It's all good in terms of profit, competition. It looks to be patent free. You found a great supplier, really nice supplier that you just really want to work with. Certification looks all good. They're capable, the cost is good, and you've ran the total costs against your profit, and you know to the penny what you'll be making on every single unit you sell. Next, you'll need to order the product. So when you put in your order, normally as a supplier will actually start the order, you'll have to agree and negotiate payment terms. So I think usually we pay about 30% up front, and we'll pay the rest once everything has been created. We ask for pictures to show the process, but it's really useful actually to consider using an inspection partner. So before you sign off and actually pay for all your goods, there are plenty of third-party inspection companies that will go around to the factory and make sure that basically everything's there and you're not about to be ripped off or sent something of very poor quality, which is only going to affect your Amazon business. So yeah, inspect. So Probably I should have written inspect before order, but these are just things to think about. Then, like I say, you'll probably want to, unless you've got a warehouse, ship your products directly into Amazon. So from that point, it is a little bit sort of in-depth and complicated. We're going to do another video on it, so look out for that. So at this point, your product is literally in the air or on the sea on its way to Amazon FBA. So in the meantime, you need to be thinking about the marketing strategy, the point of view. This point of view is very important to look at, because without any of this, well, your product is just going to sit in Amazon and you're not going to make any money, you're not going to sell anything. So that's not very good. Things to think about with marketing. So as your product's being made, social media, so Instagram is where most of the attention is nowadays. Create an Instagram brand page. It's free, fill it with content, post every day, look up your relevant hashtags and start building out a brand. Start trying to find people, even if it means searching a hashtag and just replying to people that are posting pictures saying, oh, this looks cool. Yeah, get involved in your niche and start to speak to as many of your potential customers as you can. So think about your social media strategy. From a marketing point of view, are you thinking about running Facebook ads to try and give away discounted products in order to launch and get up Amazon's search rankings? So if you are, you might be thinking about using chatbots. Yeah, whatever your launch strategy, you might be using a launch service. Yeah, it's completely up to you. PPC is another key part to think about. So in order to get your product to the top of Amazon's search engine, instantly you can use PPC. What I normally like to do for a launch, what we do here is we'll normally go quite aggressive on exact search terms that we're going after, and we'll probably do that for 8 to sort of 14 days. Every single sale we make helps towards keyword ranking. So PPC is an important part of the launch process and your process going forward. Like I say, there'll be quite a few other videos that you'll want to watch to help broaden your knowledge on all of this, but we're also going to be doing another video on ACOS and margin to show how you can make sure that every single one of your PPC campaigns isn't actually losing you money. So we like to make sure that our margin is, our ACOS, is under our level of margin, so that we know every single PPC campaign, we don't mind acquiring a customer up to break-even point because we've got lifetime value in our brand, we've got other related products that we sell to them. So things to think about. Conversion. So this is basically talking about your listing optimization. So for your main image, you want a really nice big picture of your product. Renders, I've done another video on it, but they're basically a computer generated image of your product, nice and close up. You want to be taking up as much of the thumbnail as possible so that when people are scrolling down on Amazon, yours stands out. So that's a trick. Make your sort of main image as big as possible. Your other marketing images, you should be displaying and telling your customers why they should buy your product. So if you've got a unique feature, tell them about it. Look at your customers' negative reviews. This can help you actually when you're trying to put together a product solution. So it's a bit more advanced, but you can actually read your competitors' negative 1 and 2 stars reviews and put together a product solution with a factory in order to basically bring out a better product than that's already on the market. So that way you really have a product that's going to stand the test of time. Yeah, so customer reviews, look at the negative ones of your competitors because yeah, it's invaluable. Yeah, so conversion. Basically, this is your chance when someone's on your listing to sell the product. So yes, we need our keywords, the most important ones in the title, in the search terms, in the back end, in the bullet points, in the description, but really someone needs to come on and your listing needs to dismiss any concerns or worries that they may have about buying your product. So that's your chance to sell to them. So the better your conversion rate, the more Amazon's going to prefer your listing and you as a seller because, well, yeah, your conversion's higher, you're making them more money. So that actually helps with, you actually ranking on their site as a whole. Communication. So when you actually sell a product, what we like to do is have email sequences in place so that customers are sent something of value when they order it. So this might be an additional ebook to give them more information on the topic, or extra care guides, or yeah, something of value that they receive and go, oh, I wasn't expecting that, because it makes them feel good. Follow up with them. We like to send out a couple of emails. So 1 with something of value and 2 just to see how it went. We won't ask for a review. We just want to start a conversation. And I think that's where people go wrong. They literally reach out to people and go, give me a review, or please would you leave a review? Well, how about the customer? If you're just thinking about yourself as the seller, yeah, think about it the other way around. Imagine you're the customer. What would you actually want to be receiving if you're wanting to receive an email? Start the conversation and the reviews will flow from that point. Also, we use a bit of software called Feedback Genius, where we can actually send emails to people that are ordering more than once. So any returning customers, we want to send them a different email because we want to say, wow, you're returning again. What was it you really liked about our product? Just anything to start a conversation is going to improve your levels of reviews. Communication is key, and you can do that on Instagram as well. Build up a big following in your niche for your brand, and yeah, as soon as people are basically following and liking your page, you could run a story to say, have you bought this product? Run a poll. Anyone that says yes, well, you can follow up with them in DMs just to say, oh, brilliant, act like your email autoresponder. You're trying to get a review, but without trying to ask for it or incentivize it. You can follow up with people. So brand building, what I mean by this is, if your first product is a success, which if you've implemented and understood all these points, it will be, think about what other products could you add to build up your brand. So other related products that you can cross-sell. This is only going to increase the lifetime value of your customer, which Amazon prefers, because if you've got a load of related products, customers are coming through and spending 3-4 times as much with you as they are with a competitor. Well, Amazon's going to prefer you, so it's easier to rank and it's easier to stay on top. TM stands for trademark. So we like to trademark before we actually even think about launching a product. But if you're starting out, you might want to see how you get on first. All I would say is, if you don't trademark your brand, if a competitor goes out there and takes the name for themselves, well, then they can just get in touch with Amazon and get all of your listings removed. So actually, in the long run, is it probably worth just trademarking your brand and possibly your logo? I think it probably is. Do all of this, rinse and repeat. Build up your product portfolio. This is the Amazon FBA private label model. You can become more and more advanced as you go along with your product research and product solutions. You might want to bring out your own product in the future with a patent that solves a particular problem, but if you start following this method and following some of these points, then you can really start to build on your Amazon FBA business. So I hope I haven't gone on too long. I just wanted to lay this all out to you guys. I really hope you found this useful, and if you're interested in Amazon FBA, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate every single one of you, and if you've got any questions, any comments, please jump in the comments below. Tell me anything that you want help with, anything at all. We'd love to chat with you guys, and it would be good to have you as part of the eBusiness Boss community. If you found this video useful, please hit the like button. There'll be more useful videos coming from us very soon. Thanks, guys.